The death, I don't blame anyone because it was her
Okay.
destiny. I know it's weird
Okay.
a bit, but
Okay.
I don't blame anyone.
Okay. I understand. Um, Enrique. I don't know if Enrique is with us. Okay. Does anybody else have Evgeny?
Well, I think it's a moral dilemma, so we should discuss moral points of this situation. And yes, the assassin killed her, but it's not the moral question of his action, I think.
Okay. Can you elaborate? Um, okay. Can you say some more, Evgeny, or are you done? Okay, Hamdi's next.
Well, I would like to answer or reply Marco because he said uh, so we shouldn't blame the assassin at all. I think that's his job. How can we blame a doctor for, performing a surgical operation? That's his job. How can we blame a criminal that he committed a crime? So that's all.
Okay. Does anybody have to say anything? Hamdi is saying that it is the woman's destiny that she died. So he's saying that there's nobody's fault. Marco.
I have something to say.
Yeah, I like Handy's point about the assassin's job, but it's not. I'm interested in the view of it being his job. So is it a job that he applied for, like a doctor applied for a job in a hospital, and therefore that's what he does, and he's not a soldier, or is he a soldier? But he's not a soldier because he's killing. Unless he's on the other side of, I don't know. Is he infiltrated the country and that's what he's supposed to? I don't know what sort of job. It's not a job. I think we're using the word job, and I was the first to use it. Yeah, Abdul is right. It's not a job. I was the first to use it. I'll admit that, but I also said I don't think it was a good description. It's something he does. Um, so I don't think the only reason I said he's not responsible for anything question mark was because Hamdi, I was commented on, I was replying to when you said the wife is 100% responsible, and if she's 100%, therefore the assassin has 0% responsibility on his actions. That's what I was replying to. Fantastic. I love the discussion.
Okay.
I have something to say,
Sure.
Valerie. I understand very well the point of view of Hamdi, because this is actually an Islamic perception that everyone has his own destiny that is written to him even before his birth. Before we are born, God Almighty is deciding who's gonna die this way, when, where, and how. I read a lot about Greek tragedy or classic Greek tragedy, and it says that in life we are paying for each other. That means whatever I make in my life, sometime I pay here, sometime I pay here and there, sometime I pay there. By there, I mean after death, day of judgment, hell and fire. That's what I mean. So if it's her own destiny, of course, it's her own destiny, but that does not make her irresponsible. That does not make her not responsible for her affair, for her death, and for the whole tragedy. Being an assassin is not a job. Being a drug dealer is not a job. Being a thief is not a job either. So if we say it's his job to kill, that's not logical. That doesn't make any sense at all. I'm sorry to say that, but it's of course he's a murderer, he's a killer, and he would pay for it. So I would say once more that the wife, the lover, and the assassin are responsible. The husband, no. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So I have just a question to throw out there. If the boatman had given the wife the money to go across the bridge, she would have never have gotten killed. Do you think that he has some responsibility for her death for being greedy? Okay, not at all. I'm just throwing questions out there. Doesn't mean that that's my opinion. Okay. Okay. Does anybody want to say anything about that? Okay, Abdul, can you go ahead talk? I will be back in like 30 seconds. I just have to my daughter's crying. I have to see what's going on. I'll be right back.
Okay, I think
Hello, hello,
yes,
Abdul.
Hamdi, go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to explain my opinion because I know that it seems very weird, I know. Well, I didn't say that the assassin has a job or that's his own job, but I am saying that if we blame that there is a murderer there, so we are not going to blame him to do what he is doing every day. I mean, that's not the problem. If we are going to blame a criminal, so we should blame the police, etc. Okay, not the criminal himself, because that's not the first time he is committing this crime. About responsibility, when I said wife 100%, I said 100% for cheating, not for being killed. I was saying that what I see in this dilemma is not the reason of being killed, no, the reason of cheating. That's the dilemma itself. So the most responsible one for cheating was the wife, and then the lover, then the husband.
But
But
Hamdi, the
about
question isn't about cheating. The question is about who is responsible for her death.
well,
And
as I
you
said,
said no one.
as I said, no, all of them are blamed.
Okay.
Okay, but it's her destiny at last.
Okay. Now, here's another question I like to ask. Now, we only know the surface of the story, meaning that the husband, what if the husband treated the wife really bad? What if he beat her? What if he um, was verbally abusive? If that was the case, do you think that he has some responsibility?
Are you asking me?
Anybody, everybody. Angela.
All right. No, I don't think so. If he was abusive, why would she pretty much beg him to take her to the meeting? Because she knew if the husband doesn't take her, she would see a boyfriend. So I don't think so. Somebody that's abusive and she'll say, "Oh, please take me to the meeting with you." No, I don't think so. Thank you.
Okay, that's a good point. Anybody else?
Say something.
Sure.
I think if we understand the background of the whole situation, if there was kind of maltreat or abusive relation, I would put the husband partially responsible. But we don't know anything about that. Therefore, we should have been explained the situation and the background of it and the personal relationship between the husband and the wife. Therefore, we can give kind of judgment if the husband is partially responsible or not. Even if he was partially responsible, I will still put the wife, the lover, the assassin as responsible for the whole action, the whole incident. Thank you.
Okay, Angie?
I don't know if that comment was towards me or my comment. I didn't get that. It's just what I read from the short text was that the wife would like the husband to take it to the meeting. And I think your question was, do you think the husband has partial um, trouble in this matter as being perhaps being